Okay folks, next day we're back at it. Tacked this up, worked on the gaps a little bit more. I think it's perfect. It's perfect enough to where I can work with it once we get it all welded in place. So for starters, I'm going to cut this and start welding this the way it needs welded and spotting it in, and we'll slowly work our way this way, and then I'll have to cut that off. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and go ahead and get that fender taken care of while we're at it. We'll see if we can get all this exterior stuff buttoned up here, get all of it finished here. Alright, so we've got this all level, and you know, a lot more spotting to do and grinding, but what we've got here is where this is too short and it's angled too much. What we're going to do is we're going to cut a long ways down here, and we'll figure out how much I need to add to this to bring it where it needs to be. And it's not going to be an even amount, you know, it's going to have to probably, you know, be maybe a quarter at the top and a half at the bottom, but whatever we got to do to bring it where we need it and continue bringing it in so our reveal distance is right, which is right here. If I had it to do over again, I would have tried to leave as much of the original there as was there, but I think most of it was rusted down at the bottom anyway, so it don't really matter. Alright, let me get some tape on here and we'll cut it. Alright, this is much worse than I originally thought. It's terrible. Sliced it, you take it out, and you try to stick it in there. You can see you got gaps messed up. Nothing's even close. So I'm going to do some shrinking on this piece and see if I can get it back in line with this one so we can put a gap, put something between it. It's just terrible. It's just not going to work like it is. But I think I can work with it. Alright. Okay folks, here's what we've got. I've done some shrinking on it and got the reveal about like I want it. Pretty even all the way around. And then we got to do the filling in here. And we'll have to do a little bending, a little hammering to get it exactly how I want it. But we will get it, and then keep moving on. We got a little gap here to weld up. And we'll just keep welding and grinding. Be done with this side here shortly, and then maybe we can run over to the other side. Okay, so I had some distractions here that made it so I didn't get as much done as I wanted to get done, but I did get this panel pretty much straightened out, as you can see, after doing the shrinking and hammering. Tacked it in, and then I cut this piece put in, and I got more to weld up on it, and we'll get it all welded up and ground. It's really, I mean, it's really smooth and nice. I mean, it's not gonna take much to make it look good. And then I left the reveal about what I wanted. So I think that'll work. It should be just fine. And then we'll get on that other side and get it knocked out after I get this welded and ground. So, all right, it's gonna be tomorrow. Losing light. Okay, folks. So I've been doing a bunch of moving around and cleaning, and got the shop opened up here where I can get the roadster in here. So I can get to work on the things I want to do to it. And I was planning on working on it today because it was going to rain, but it's not raining, so we're going to go back to work on the rear of the 39 and see if we can get it finished up. And then at least we can work on this in the evenings, and if it rains, and it won't hurt a thing. Alright. Okay folks, before we weld all this up or do anything else to this side, I want to do this fender, repair it. And since the old fender, we know exact distance from gas cap and everything, it helps us get it right for the distance. So what I've done, I'd love to replace that whole back, but all we could save was this piece right here, which is not much of it, but it's enough to get us back in the ballpark of where we need to be. So I laid it on there and I marked it, and now I'm going to cut it, but I'm going to cut it, I'm not going to try to cut it exact, and that way I can fit it back over it again and get a better marking. I just want to cut it back this side, leave some extra, get this out of the way, that way this don't interrupt me holding it over top of it to get a good measurement or a good line. So sometimes you got to cut this stuff, you know, 4, 5, 8 times, so you never know. All right, Okay, folks, here's where we're at. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. And I've got the fender at the perfect length of what it's supposed to be. So now we'll adjust this, because you can see this is a little straighter up than what this is. So I knew that I was off a little bit down low, but we'll get our reveal right there, and that will put us in the right spot. And then I think it's all going to work out really well. It's starting to look real good. There is 2 bolt holes that's left in this piece that we can bolt on. Now we're going to be missing a little section down at the bottom that was rotted out, but I can build that piece. And the bottom of the fender is actually still there, so I think we'll be all right. So get it all on, get it bolted down. So we're still working toward getting all the welding and grinding done, and then getting some black primer on it. But kind of slow. I've been doing a lot of other work, and but we'll get it here shortly. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's getting dark. Tomorrow I will be slicing this one and redoing the end on it, just like we did the other side, getting our reveal perfect, which is close now, and cutting this, welding it in, and just finishing up all the welding and grinding. And we definitely should have this knocked out tomorrow if it don't rain. And if it does rain, we'll be working on the 31 in the shop. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. And probably not much in this video, but better than nothing, right? All right, bye.